Hello beautiful people, how's it going? I'm back with another video and I have been keeping a secret from you all for a very long time now. I had the honor of interviewing Will Smith and Martin Lawrence for the press junket of Bad Boys Ride or Die. Now I will say that does not mean that it has impacted my review in any way. Swear to God, I am being genuine. It was an honor. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are both really kind people. It was a dream come true, and I would just like to thank the National and William Mullally for giving me this opportunity. I love you guys so much. Thank you. On that note, my article for Bad Boys Ride or Die will be on the National's website. Apparently it's coming out tonight, so I'm going to upload this around the same time that the review is out. I hope you guys can check it out. Please do. It's my first ever professional article for professional journalism, and I'm really grateful for everything that's happening right now. Let's get on to the review. If you guys don't already know, Bad Boys Ride or Die is directed by the legendary Adil and Bilal. I really appreciate all of their work because they are the directors of Miss Marvel, and you guys know how much that show impacted me and meant so much to me because I too am a Muslim superhero. And so I went into this movie knowing that they were the directors, and so I expected a lot of creative stuff, but I didn't know it was going to be as fun and cool and just exciting as it was. In my opinion, a lot of franchises start to fizzle out as time goes by, and it's been 30 years since the first Bad Boys film came out. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know if this movie had the legs that it was supposed to stand on to be an actual thrilling and fun and comedic action movie, but I was dead wrong. I'm just gonna be honest with you, I was dead wrong. I didn't really have high expectations other than knowing that Adil and Bilal are great directors. I was proven the absolute opposite. I looked like a fool in that press screening because I was having the time of my life watching this film. This was just a lot of fun. I mean, I laughed a lot and I was entranced by these amazing action sequences. Adil and Bilal really do well with creative camera angles. And I don't even want to spoil, but I'll just give you an example. There is a first-person shooter action sequence, and it is directed so well. Will Smith actually posted a behind-the-scenes video of it on his Instagram, and I really think you should check it out because it just goes to show how creative and innovative these directors are, and they put so much effort into their direction, which I love so much because they don't necessarily have to. This is a franchise. You put Will Smith and Martin Lawrence on a poster and people are probably going to go see it. It's going to make money. It didn't need to be as good as they made it, but they did anyway because of their love for the craft. And I think that's wonderful. What I'm about to say might shock you guys. You guys might go, what? I never thought about this in my entire life, but Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are hilarious in this film because they're really funny guys. They are not new to comedy, but it's nice to see this duo that, you know, I'm sure a bunch of people grew up on in the 90s come back and have that chemistry be just as strong as it always was. In fact, probably even stronger because of all of the years that's passed. That was one of the questions that I asked them. And it's so wonderful to see because for me personally, every single joke in this film landed. I mean, especially if it was coming from them too, definitely landed. The film also has a really interesting plot, which again, doesn't need to have, but it does because someone in the production team really cares about this. It is a continuation, even though it feels so fresh and so new and so modern for modern audiences, while still appealing to the old generation that loved these films. The comedy is exactly the same. Nobody is afraid of getting canceled in this film because the jokes are really good. Okay, it doesn't feel toned down. It doesn't feel restrained to avoid prosecution in the public eye. It's just a comedy. And I can appreciate that, even though, you know, let's say some of the jokes aren't necessarily towards my liking. I can still appreciate it because they've got the confidence to do it. And the great thing is, Will Smith and Martin both try so hard to keep that energy palpable, and that's what makes it funny. You can tell that these characters are having a good time through all of the chaos, and it just makes for a good time at the theater. I would also like to add that the movie is really great when it comes to needle drops. There are two specific needle drops that I can think of that just had me bopping my head in the theater. I thought they worked really well. And again, lively music makes for a lively experience. And so if you are a Bad Boys fan, or you are just a person who wants to have a really good time at the theater, if you want to go and forget the world and watch this buddy cop comedy, I 100% guarantee that you will have a wonderful time. As you guys know, I now do two different ratings for films, one on a technical standpoint and one for enjoyment purposes. On a technical standpoint, this film is a 4 out of 5 stars. Adil and Bilal do a great job of directing. It is really, really a fun time at the theater, and technically the film is really well made. The score is great, the performances are great. Adil and Bilal do amazing things with their camera work, and the reason it's not 5 stars is because while some of the camera shots are really ambitious, it also means that some of them don't necessarily work well or pay off. But it still makes for a good time, because when it works, it really works. And I'm sure you guys can probably guess what I'm gonna say, but on an enjoyment standpoint, this movie is 5 stars. I had a great time watching it, and I really hope you guys see it. I would like to say, I know it may not be my place, but Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are two genuinely kind people who treated me with respect and treated me like I was just as important as them, even though I am really not. And Will Smith in particular was such a genuine person. I can't get into details about every single thing that happened, but all I'll say is Will Smith is a really good person. And I really mean it. And I think you guys should give this movie a chance, because I really want it to succeed, because he is a really good person. And I just want this to work out for him because of everything that has happened. I really enjoyed this film, and he was a really, really kind and genuine person. If you guys can check out my review, I'll leave it in the comments down below. I really hope you guys like this, and thank you guys so much for supporting me and being here. Thanks again to the National and William Mullally for giving me this opportunity. Will, you are literally holding me on your back, and I'm really appreciative. Thank you. I love you guys. Bye, guys.